是的房东为什么贴一个二维码？
因为二维码的话，如果不给他不扫二维码给他钱的话，微信转账的话，他不让进房间。我一直是住在这个房间的，然后有时有什么事情进去啊，你必须要扫个二维码才能进去，不管有什么事情在里面拿什么东西都要扫二维码。
He paid tens of thousands of yuan in bride price to marry her, but it turned out to be just the down payment. If he wants to share a bed with his wife, he must scan the QR code on the door and pay 200 yuan. Otherwise, he can't get in. It's unimaginable that a husband needs to scan a code and pay just to sleep with his wife, yet this truly happened. What happened next was even worse. Xiao Yin was practically wearing a green hat. The husband, Xiao Yin, met his wife, Xiao Meng, 10 years ago through a matchmaking arranged by his aunt. At first, Xiao Yin really liked this girl. As the saying goes, in the eyes of a lover, she's a beauty. So after only a few months of knowing each other, the two quickly got married. After marriage, his wife opened up a whole new world for Xiao Yin. He knew very well. Her experience in bed made him suspect she wasn't someone who had never been married.
那就是给人感觉啊，他的经验感觉是一个离过婚的那种感觉。
But looking at his beautiful wife, and with the two of them being so affectionate, Xiao Yin quickly dismissed these thoughts. After getting married, the two planned to go work in another city, and the wife agreed. But just a few days after arriving, the wife said she was pregnant, which made Xiao Yin overjoyed. He didn't want his wife to suffer during pregnancy, so he sent her back home to rest while he stayed behind to work. When she was about 7 months pregnant, Xiao Yin's family told him the baby had been born. Her family repeatedly emphasized that the baby was premature and needed to stay in an incubator for safety. But the doctor told Xiao Yin there was no need for that.
后来都检查一遍都正常，属于足月，不属于早产，然后就报出来。当时呢有点怀疑只是说怀疑，还是没有去做。
At that moment, Xiao Yin once again fell into deep suspicion about the child's birth. But since both his wife and her family insisted the baby was premature, he didn't continue to pursue it. After the child was born, his wife seemed like a different person. Not only was she cold toward Xiao Yin, but she often verbally abused him and even kicked him out of the house regularly.
是的房东为什么贴一个二维码？
因为二维码的话，如果不扫二维码给他钱的话，微信转账的话，他不让进房间。
The husband wanted to go into the room and sleep with his wife, but every time, he had to scan the code and pay 200 yuan. The bride he married with tens of thousands of yuan turned out to be just a down payment. What confused Xiao Yin even more was that his wife was extremely skilled at managing married life, far more experienced than even he was. Then came the baby, supposedly born premature at 7 months, but the hospital said it was full term. This whole chain of events made Xiao Yin very uneasy, but under the persuasion of his wife and her family, he didn't think too much of it. After the child was born, his wife became cold and indifferent. He worked away from home all year round, and when he returned, instead of enjoying the reunion, his wife just tried to drive him out.
这回来，只要逢年过节回来，他极力把我往外面推，不让我在我们这个老家待着，然后去外地，不让我回来。每次回来的话，他这都门都不让我进了房子。
Xiao Yin said that he worked away from home all year round, and every time he came back, it wasn't the sweet reunion he hoped for. Instead, his wife constantly questioned him, "Why did you come back? Why don't you stay out working?" But that wasn't the worst of it. What made him even angrier was that during the pandemic, when he couldn't go out for work and had to stay home, he thought he could use the time to bond with his wife and child. Instead, his wife verbally abused him and even threatened that if he didn't leave, she'd take drastic action. She even drank poison to attempt suicide. Xiao Yin had no choice but to sleep in a separate room. From then on, if he wanted to sleep with his wife, he had to scan the QR code on the door and pay her 200 yuan.
给他钱的话，微信转账的话，他不让进房间，看到没有？直接付款。对，直接转账。
Because of his wife's disgust toward him, Xiao Yin finally snapped out of his infatuation. Looking back at all the bizarre things that had happened over the years, his wife urging him to marry quickly after only knowing each other for a few months, and the suspicious situation surrounding the child's birth, Xiao Yin couldn't shake the feeling something wasn't right. So he secretly took the child for a paternity test. And the results were shocking.
只感觉这个人还不错，但是呢，就是给人感觉啊，他的经验感觉是一个离过婚的那种感觉。
If he wanted to share a bed with his wife, he had to scan the QR code and pay 200 yuan. His wife's behavior made Xiaoyin feel more and more disgusted. Bit by bit, he began to wake up. Thinking about the fact that his wife gave birth at 7 months and the hospital said it was a full-term baby, he decided to take the child to the hospital for a paternity test. As the child grew older, Xiaoyin noticed something else. The child didn't look like him at all. This left him puzzled and confused. His wife explained that a child's appearance could change based on the people around them, just like how couples start to resemble each other after living together for a long time. She said since the child hadn't seen his father much, he naturally looked different. Xiaoyin found this explanation reasonable, and even blamed himself, thinking the child lacked a father's love because he hadn't been there enough. But later, Xiaoyin couldn't sleep at night. He tossed and turned, feeling more and more that his wife's words didn't make sense. So he quietly went to the hospital to do a paternity test. And just as he feared, the child he had worked so hard to raise for nearly 10 years had no biological connection to him. He had been pouring his heart and effort into someone else's child. He was devastated. No wonder his wife always pushed him away, constantly asking for money. No wonder the child didn't look like him. Xiaoyin felt like crying but had no tears left.
这个孩子是谁的，你知道吗？
我不知道，始终都不知道。
So Xiaoyin decided to sue his wife. The court ruling came quickly. His wife was at fault and had to compensate Xiaoyin 80,000 yuan. She would raise the child alone. Their marital property would go to Xiaoyin, but only if he paid her 150,000 yuan to buy her 30% share of the marital home. Xiaoyin was furious. He had raised someone else's child for nearly 10 years and now was still expected to pay. The house was originally his premarital asset. He owned 70% of it, and his wife 30%. After being deceived for so many years, he still had to pay her for the house? He didn't want to be such a big fool. So he filed another lawsuit, hoping the court would reconsider. Perhaps, as Xiaoyin himself said, he had been too naive before marriage and didn't have the ability to judge people. Hopefully, through legal means, he can get back what's rightfully his, and meet a woman truly worthy of his love.
Scan a code to enter the bedroom. 200 yuan per time. Honestly, if we hadn't heard it from the husband himself, we'd think this was just a plot in a soap opera. He spent tens of thousands of yuan to marry her, and in the end, she became a roommate who charged by the night. With a life like this, what's left of marriage? The child wasn't his, and after nearly 10 years of hard work and sacrifice, all he got in return was his wife saying, "Don't come back." All he ever wanted was a family, but instead, he became an ATM. He wasn't allowed in, but the money had to keep coming. It's not that he didn't trust her. It's just that every time he gave in, he was hurt again. When a man finally goes to court, it's not because he's impulsive. It's because he's been pushed to the edge. What do you think? Was the husband just too naive, or was this marriage doomed from the very start? Welcome to share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's talk about it. What's your take on this situation? I really look forward to hearing from you. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.